when you're setting up a business, you have to incur money up front to ensure that you're going to have a successful business. Well, if you bring an attorney in to make sure that your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed up front, then hopefully you won't incur litigation costs.
And save other costs. I've seen a lot of individuals that will go out and hire engineers, and they will hire architects, and they will have $30,000, $40,000 already in a project, and then be like, oh, it's not the right zone, right? So then they go to the city council, and they're like, well, I've already spent $40,000 on this.
You're a nice guy.
I need to get this zone changed. And council's like, sorry, we didn't tell you to spend $40,000. We don't want to have use X at that location.
I think a lot of times people think that attorneys should only get involved if something's wrong, but sometimes it's easier if you bring us in before something's wrong so we can make sure that doesn't happen. It's getting confusing because we're seeing a lot of mixed use. That's what's hip now. Like if you look in Covington, you see a lot of buildings where there's businesses on the bottom and then there's apartments on top. So what's that zone?
But a lot of mixed use also, if you look at a lot of those zones, it doesn't necessarily mean everything is allowed, no questions asked. A lot of times it's deferring it to a board of adjustments, or it's using a conditional use permit or some other process where a legislative body is making a decision on that mixed use. So it's not necessarily everything goes. In some regards, it's the ultimate form of control, where now any decision that's in that zone is controlled by a legislative body.
But I don't think the average person walking down the street would know that. But if you go and get an attorney, Jack can tell you that.